Okay guys, welcome back to this series of the Homeowner's Guide for Survival, Skyrim. Today we're going to be going over Hjerim. I already filmed halfway through this episode and realized I was muted again, so got to stop doing that. Alright, as always there will be timestamps in the description. First, let's get on with the tour. Okay. As you can see here, we have our house Carl,
Long life to you, Thane.
loot. Okay, and over here we have some book storage that I've completely filled out. Kids' room. Recently moved my family out of here. Been using this as my main base. I really do like this house. These are probably the only weapon plaques I haven't filled out in this house. Some more book storage, completely filled. Enchanting. Alchemy. It's up to you whether you want to loot this stuff. I mean, it's not worth it. Okay, these weapon racks, you can actually take stuff and put them on. They work like actual weapon racks, not just glass cases where you have to use physics to put them in manually. You can just equip it and then click on it and it'll put them in. You got the shrouded armor here. Daedric plate, Daedric mail, I think, or something. And the crossbow in there. Got some weapons here. Which one is enchanted? Gold brand. It's a fun quest. Imperial officer uniform. All of this bookshelf space is filled. Okay, here we have a lot of high-level spells. Some low levels for my children to read or whatever. I know that's not really a thing, but we have the Dream Stride up there. Some more book storage. These dagger racks right here are broken, and once you put a dagger in them, I don't know if there's a way to get them back. Maybe if you put another dagger in there, it'll give them back to you, or maybe it'll just continue to consume daggers. Who knows, dude? This is where I use storage. It's where I keep stuff, my stuff, because there's not really a good chest around here. This is your main bedroom. Some sacks. I don't know if we totally looked at this. Yeah, as you can see, it's pretty filled out, but it's also, there's a lot of space. Okay, so let's sit and talk about the advantages and disadvantages, okay? And let me pull it up. Okay, so the first advantage is that this is a pretty big house. Compared to Bree's home and a lot of the vanilla homes, this house is pretty big. Okay, there's some other bigger homes, but this is on the bigger side. Okay, and the design of this house is that a lot of the space is used on a lot of floor space. Okay, so it's not just like cramped, but there's a lot of rooms, right? There's actually a lot of room to breathe, and a lot of people like having a lot of floor space in their home. Okay, another advantage is the armory, right? There's mannequins and glass cases actually work. You can put armor, like weapons, in the glass cases without having to manually place them in. It'll just put them in for you. Okay. There's an alchemy and enchanting station There's a cooking station. There's a lot of book storage. There's just, you can put, if you're one of the people who likes to collect books and you don't want to do any mods or anything, get this home, okay? And you will have plenty of book storage. Another advantage is that this home, let's look at the map really fast. This home is right, on the edge of Winterhold, right? And Dawnstar and all that. And the north is this, I want to say northeast. Sorry, I'm bad with directions. Yeah, it's one of the colder regions of the map, hard to get access to, right? And this home can be a good jumping off point to go to the colder places, but it can also be a good place to come out of the colder places. Like say you fast travel to Winterhold and you want to get out of Winterhold, there's no carriage to get out of Winterhold. Just follow this path, right, and go to Windhelm and warm up in this home. So this home gives you access to the colder regions, okay? Another big advantage is that the docks here, okay? The docks allow you to go to Solstheim, the DLC, which brings a bunch of advantages, right? This can be a good home for going to Solstheim, coming back, dropping off your loot here. It's expensive to go back and forth, and there's a better home for that. It's actually in Solstheim, but this is a good taking stuff from Solstheim to Skyrim type of home, okay? Because the place to fast travel there is here. And also you can travel by boat to Dawnstar, okay? There's actually a guy on a boat who you can talk to who's, just we're sitting, on the docks right by a little rowboat, and you can take that rowboat here to Dawnstar, and you can take the Dawnstar rowboat back to Windhelm or Solitude. Okay, that's very useful for survival, because I'd always thought that Dawnstar was a hard, journey to get to, and it seemed all locked off. Well, you can fast travel there, even on survival. You just need to take a boat. You can't take a carriage. You can take a carriage to get there, but you can't take a carriage to get back. Okay? Next is it's basically, if you want to spend time and do the Winterhold quest, this is kind of your second best home, okay? It's the second best home for Solstheim quests. It's the second best home for Winterhold quests, okay? The best home for Winterhold is going to be the Winterhold Archmage's Quarters, which I will do a video on. And the best home for Solstheim is the home that you get there. I don't remember what it's called right now. And also the last advantage is that, this is a Thane house, so a house Carl will be here, right? So you can at least have one NPC at all times. And if you have a family, they can have a little guard, okay? All right, let's talk about some of the disadvantages now, okay? One of the biggest disadvantages that a lot of people like to mention is that the quest leading to this, getting this house, involves A, a lot of glitches, and B, murders actually happening at this house, okay? So you find bodies here, do you want to live in a house where people were murdered, like a serial killer used to live here? Well, for me, yes, in a video game, I want that. In real life, maybe not. But in a video game, that sounds kind of awesome, right? But some of you might think it's kind of weird and you don't want that. So, haunted house, it's not haunted, but if any house were to be haunted, it would be this house, okay? Even though we're the ones who solved the murders, so I think the ghost would be pretty chill with us. Okay, the next one is the quest to get this house, basically you have to be in the Stormcloaks and either completely finish the Imperial campaign or get halfway through the Stormcloak campaign. Okay? So you need to do a lot to get this house. This is probably one of the hardest vanilla houses to get. Okay? That's kind of why I went for it, is because I thought it was a challenge, and I thought it would be kind of a rare home, so to speak. So that's why I kind of wanted to live here. But it's hard to get this home. Another advantage or disadvantage is that this is an expensive house. Okay, this house costs like, to fully upgrade and buy this house, it's like 21,000 guild or gold. Sorry, it's not Final Fantasy. 21,000 gold, right? It's a lot. It's very expensive. It's an expensive house. The next disadvantage is that these daggers have been completely lost to me. Right? I have no way of getting them back that I know of. I might be able to, like I said in the tour, if you equip a dagger and put it in this rack, there might be a way to like switch the daggers, but I have no idea. I haven't tried it. I think they are just completely lost, but they weren't anything valuable to me anyway. So luckily, the other ones over here, where I put the Blade of Woe, seem to be not broken at all. So you can take them out. Okay. Another huge disadvantage for me is that there's no like big fancy chest. If you do the quest to get this house a specific way, there will be a chest in this room where you can store shit. Okay? But if you do the quest the way that actually like saves the most people or whatever, or like the alternate way, the way that is a little bit less glitchy as well, if you do it that way, then the chest here will not be here. Okay, and so I store things in this wardrobe. It's not a huge deal, but it's weird to not have a chest to put stuff in for me. It doesn't feel right. Like, why am I putting stuff in a wardrobe? Oh, and another disadvantage. Let's check this out really fast. Let me just show you here. This room right here, the lighting in here is really weird. Okay? There's a little bit of background lighting. It's not bad. You can see. And it does feel like you're in a secret room, but there's no natural lighting in here, right? You can put down a torch in the middle of the room if you want. Maybe that's a little bit of a fire hazard, but hey. Nah, that doesn't work. Wiki was wrong, dude. Wiki was wrong. Okay. Yeah. This room is pretty dark. And then another, disadvantage around this place is that this area is super awkward, right? Your kids are constantly going to be here trying to fight this thing, right? And you want to come in here to do crafting, but you have to go through your kids' room. It's like a weirdly congestive area. And then another disadvantage is that the congestiveness of this area can often lead to your kids accidentally killing their pet. Okay? That happened to me. My kid killed his skeever, and then he went and got a new one. Okay. And yeah, I think that's actually about it. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned something. I hope this is helpful to you in some way. If you watched this whole video all the way through, thank you very much. And yeah, later.